Hey guys, we did it again. We got a guest 2 weeks in a row. Ashley from Craft Crate joins us. We got into a lot of really fun conversation, so definitely stick around and check out what we talk about.
Well, as you can see, we're still having tea.
All right, hey guys, welcome back to Craft Tea, episode 32. We have a guest again with us 2 weeks in a row. I'm not taking credit this time. Sarah, got the guest.
Cut in the cut scene real quick of Jason taking all the credit right here.
We have another guest with us. Yeah, we did it 2 weeks in a row again, right? So we have
That
Ashley
we word.
Sarah did it again. Ashley from Craft Crate joining us. Ashley, if you'd like to do a little intro, and then we'll start chit-chatting away.
Woo-hoo.
Sure. So I really don't like introductions. I don't know why. It makes me uncomfortable. It's like that kid that picks on you, like, oh, look, everyone, we have a new student. Introduce yourself.
That's why I make you do it.
Yeah. See, thanks a lot.
I don't like doing them.
I see how it is. Well,
My
for
name's
those
Ashley, I'm awesome. I own the Craft Crate. Go ahead.
thanks. That's it. I don't need to do anything else. Thank you very much. That's what I would have said too. Just kidding. Well, for those that don't know me, my name is Ashley. I'm the owner and founder of Craft Crate. Previously, long ago, Truly Divinal, for those that go way back with us and know the OG name. We've been in business for, I think like 6 years now it's been. That's kind of crazy to think. We used to be Truly Divinal. That swapped 2 years, I guess. No, 3 years already. Yeah, it's been 3 years. Wow.
It was around CultureCon, right?
Yeah, that was right after CultureCon. Damn, it feels like it was just yesterday. That's so crazy.
It does feel like it was like earlier this year. I'm like, oh yeah, and in March, I'm like, oh, was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Yeah, wow. Well, we sell a variety of everything. We sell our cup chucks. We have tons of printed tools for crafters, and then we also have the Craft Crate boxes, and then we have our base toppers. We have so many different products, it's hard to even keep track now.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And Will does all the 3D printing, or you do some of the 3D printing?
I'll take some credit for it. I manage some of it. Okay, some of it. I tell him all the time.
Printing.
Yeah. See, well, because he handles a lot of the design work, because I told him when we first started this, I was like, listen, I want to learn how to do it. The software seems really cool. Like, I think I could get the hang of it. I've done like the Silhouette Studios, I've done Procreate, I can draw, I can do all these different softwares. So sure, learning to design in there, no problem. No, okay, it is not, no. Every time he shows me, he's like, you have to do this and this. And I'm like, there's way too much math in this. Just no. And so every time that we have an idea, I'm like, listen, you make, here's my idea, you do this, and then just, poof, make it 3D. That's all you do.
Just poof.
So he always gives me crap every single time that my ideas, trying to turn them into 3D, is a whole nother level of not for me.
It'd be
Not for
nice
my
if you could just draw it in Procreate and like click extrude.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I said. I said, why can't you do that? I said, there's no button. You can't just take what I am giving you and just, 3D it. Come on.
So both of you are asking Will to just poof you stuff.
Yes.
Pretty much. I think that's the rule around here. Everyone always knows.
He's the poof master.
Yeah, we got a poof master for a hat. Shirt
Yeah, I think
hat.
a shirt and a hat. Yeah, I think that needs to happen. I'm not going to tell him the inside joke to it, though. He's just going to have to wear it.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I feel like he'd definitely just wear it and just be a team player. He's like, all right, well, I guess I'm the poof master now.
100%. Yep. 100%. He wouldn't even probably ask any questions. He'd probably just be like, all right, sure.
What were you doing before you guys were printing tools? I don't think I know anything that you were doing before that.
Gosh, that was feels like forever ago. So before that, so he still has a full-time job. So that's his first and primary. And then I mostly run the business. But before that, so it was pretty much right before Rose. So I was working at a software company. Like they managed websites. So I was doing that for about a year, and I worked the entire time through like literally 10 days before I had Rose. So I did that the whole time, which was miserable. It was customer service, and that's what I've been doing for like 10 years. Never again, which, you know, owning your business it does have customer service too, but
We like our customers now.
yes. See, we like the customers, and I can also tell the customer, no, that's not how it works. And I do not have to, yes, the customer is always right, because I own the business. I know what is right and what is not right, you know? So it's much different. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's hard. It's hard, especially when you have a customer service background like that, because it's literally trained in your brain to, that's the answer, no matter what it is, even if they're being an asshole to you. Oops. Can I say that on?
Yeah, you can say that.
We're like cable TV. You're fine. You can curse.
Okay. Great. Even better. Then I was going to say, take number 3. Here we go.
Yeah. Cut.
Yep. But yeah, so I was doing that, and then up until we had Rose, and then once we had Rose, I was on my maternity leave, and I started getting more into crafting because I had all the free, well, I say all the free time, but you know, some free time when she decided to nap. But so I started getting back into that more, and I had more time to do that. And then we realized, you know, back then the crafting community was a quarter of the size of what it is now. There really was not what there is now. And it's kind of crazy to think about that, but there was such a small knit community, and there really wasn't a lot of options for crafting. Tumblers had just gotten into it. Like my first tumbler was literally a Walmart tumbler, and I took some alcohol inks from Michael's and just like dropped those on. Was like, oh my God, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Homemade Turner or some broomstick on a chair upside down, like hand rolling it.
Yeah, yep. That was before even I got into epoxy. Like I thought it was good. I just put some alcohol inks on there, and I was like, this is what the people are doing. Of course it's going to stay. I don't need to steal nothing.
This is what the people want.
This is what you want to hear. Like, you don't need nothing else. Oh my gosh. So the evolutionary turn of events, my goodness. So it kind of just spiraled from there. Like our first product was the cup chucks, because obviously you needed something to put your cup level on the turner, because once I did get into epoxy, I realized, well, this foam football is really not doing it, because my cups were sitting like this, and then I would have the pool of epoxy sitting like this. And I'm like, you know, this doesn't look as great as I think it's supposed to for some reason. I don't think they're gonna
at the bottom.
Yeah. I mean, like, cool, that's an extra handhold, I guess, you know, but I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
And thinking back on it now, I'm not really sure how I accomplished it, but almost maybe every 3 times I would epoxy the football inside the cup. And I'm like, well, how did I wind up getting epoxy all the way down there anyway when whatever. But always I would epoxy it right in the darn cup.
Yep. And then you'd have to yank it out and pick off the football pieces. Yep.
Oh yeah. And sand it off, and we'd send it. I think that's good.
Yep. That's good. Yeah, that's good enough. It's a little football. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I must have epoxied my cups with so many different things. Or coming downstairs and seeing my whole arm epoxy to the table. I'm like, well, that's a good place to cure, I suppose.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Or stuck to the carpet floor and you got to rip that up. Yep.
That's a few times.
People should be happy that they don't have to relive those times. They don't know the struggle that we went through when there wasn't options back then.
No, I haven't told someone to hand turn in, gosh, probably at least 2 or 3 years, and that was it. Like, oh, how do I get into tumbler making? What do I got to do? Every comment's like, you got to spend $1 million. You got to spend $1 million, and there's me. No, Walmart, get your cup, take your dining room table chair, flip it upside down, go get a broomstick, wrap it in a towel, put some tape on it, put your cup in there, and 45 minutes, keep rolling it. See if it's for you. If it's for you, then go buy the turner. Now people would be like, you want me to do what with my dining room table chair?
No, they're living
the got turners. Why would I do a chair?
Yep. Well, there's so many options now. Before it was like, you know, you had to really look, like you had to search on Etsy and be like, oh my gosh, there's actually like a cup turner. There's something that does this for me.
Or beg your husband.
Yep. Exactly.
There's like $5 turners at the dollar store now.
There's
Yeah.
turners at the dollar store. Yeah, they're
They caught
battery
on.
powered.
That's what I
So-
said. Yeah, because I was like, does anyone have a battery powered pack with their turners to make them mobile or anything? And then Sarah was like, yeah, the dollar store does.
If you really want to live,
Super
high
accessible.
quality.
That'll take me back real quick. I feel I wouldn't be able to leave it alone. I'm like, you're gonna die. I know it. I don't. Those trips are not going to last this whole 8 hours. I don't care how rechargeable they were.
No way.
I guess they'd probably use doubles though, like double A.
Yeah.
I shorten everything.
C batteries.
C batteries?
New batteries?
Did you look into it?
No.
Ah.
Giving us false information over here.
Do you have as much fun working with your husband as I have with mine? And
You
term
know,
that I use to describe what we have.
Or do you prefer that he goes to work during the day?
I would probably say yes, because I'm like, hey babe, here's this really cool idea that I have. Do you think you could just, squeeze that in on your time to just, make that happen? Or, we'll sit down and we'll talk about ideas. And like I was saying earlier, I'm literally like, listen, this is what I want. I worked out all the pieces. I just need you to just, make 3D, make it happen.
Work already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, like, listen. Yeah. I'm like, here, I told you exactly what I want. It should be very simple to just, push a little couple of buttons in there and just poof. So I think it's great.
I love you.
I think it's pretty good. Him, on the other hand, I don't know if he'd have the same answer. No, but really, we goof around a lot, and it's fun because we've always been, for the almost 13 years we've been together, we've always had, our separate work lives, and he'd go to work, I'd go to work, we'd come home and we would talk about work. So now, like, we get to talk about the business, and it's kind of fun to, think about, like, see the excitement in him when we create new products. And like every time I mention a new idea, and he's like, oh, that's really neat, but I think we could do this and make this better this way. So it's really, I don't know, I feel like it connects us more almost. It's like talking about work, but not.
I like to think the same. Jason thinks it's torture. I think we're connecting. I'm with Ashley on this one.
No, it would work way better if there was as much of a acceptance as I just heard. So it sounded like Ashley comes in and is like, look, I have this idea. And then Will goes, that's a pretty good idea, but this is what makes it a better idea.
Yep. 100%.
These things happen often with us where Sarah comes in and goes, look, I have this idea. And I'm like, that's a really good idea, but we got to make some tweaks and changes to really make it a great idea. And then instead of the whole happy joy part that you see in that,
I don't know.
Sarah sees full frontal assault on her whole idea and says, you hate everything that I come up with, and usually storms out of the room and we don't talk for the rest of the day.
I won't lie. He does the same thing with cups. See, well, no, I get it. There's a 50-50 split. When Will does that with my cups, I'm like, babe, look at this really cool cup design. He does the same damn thing with my cups. It does not work the same when he says it with my cups. And I'm like, no. Your opinion is not valid. Goodbye. I should not have asked. We're moving on. Okay? I don't need your opinion.
I don't need your opinion.
No, because he's such a perfectionist that every little tweak, is the littlest things. And I'm like, look at this cool cup. Isn't this so neat? I did this idea. And he's like, yeah, but no. Immediate shut the door. No.
That's his cutest thing. Babe, that's the cutest cup I've ever seen.
Yeah, see, that's the exact response I want every single time. I don't care if you think that cup was hidden under the sand dunes and it just randomly found. No, it better be the same response every time. Wow, you worked so hard. That cup is so great. Thank you. That's what I want to hear. just tell me anyway.
Are you taking notes?
I'm way more accepting.
I'm telling you that I make way more tumblers these days than she does. So if anyone is saying, wow, that tumbler looks amazing, it better be her saying it about mine.
We're gonna count the tumblers all day today. We're gonna count the tumblers throughout this warehouse.
Yep.
We're gonna count the tumblers at the house. And me and Mr. Video Games over here are gonna talk about who makes more cups win.
Mm.
All right, well. I mean, the proof's
I want a poll later. I want to see.
today.
I'm counting your Spooky Babe cup because I had to Dremel a fly out of it.
I made a cup.
There ain't no.
I don't know why I joined this cup swap. I have no business in a cup swap because the way my ADHD is set up, I waited to the day before to make the darn cup, basically.
Yeah.
It did come out really cool though, and so I had so much trouble with this cup, right?
It's a zipper cup without the zipper.
It always works that way.
So
really cool.
I finally fixed it to where I'm like, because I had started 2 other cups afterwards. I'm like, screw that cup, I'm done with it. So I came back to it because I messed up my other 2 cups, and I'm like, you know what? I actually do like this cup. Let me finish it up. I put the last coat of epoxy on there. Not one bubble is to be seen. The bottom is beautiful. Everything is smooth. All I got to do is wake up in the morning and clean the rim and ship it out. And I come in the craft room and I'm just watching. I'm mesmerized. And this is not an epoxy commercial, but you might as well be. But I'm mesmerized by the shine. So I'm going like this with my hands. And as it's turning, and all of a sudden I touch something and I jerk my hand back, and there's like a fly like this big.
Oh, it was a man fly. Yeah, like it was it was not a baby fly. That was Grandpa Fly.
I was like, damn, near tears. I ran to Jason. I'm like, I need you to Dremel this fly out. I cannot do it.
Yeah, flies only live like 24 hours, right? So he was like 23 and a half hours old when he landed.
Oh my God. Jason, you failed. Where was that electric fly swatter you have? What are you doing with your
I have
life?
my cup ready.
Yeah. Aren't you fly supervision with that thing?
On my hunts. She tells me to calm down.
When
I'll be out there.
Ashley, can you ask this man, politely ask this man how many electric fly swatters he has broken just this 1 year alone? Only this year. That's the only number I'm curious at. It's 2. I'll just tell you, it's 2. It's 3. It's 3.
No, it's 2.
You lost one.
No.
When he brings that hammer down on them flies, I'm telling you, the neighbors are knocking on the door asking if someone's getting hurt. That's how loud it is. He's like,
yeah. It sounds like Thor's hammer when I fucking swing that thing.
And it didn't start.
You hear the zap. You hear the zap of their death, right? And then you hear it like hitting the wall because I was swinging so hard I couldn't stop the centrifugal force.
Because stop the force.
Yeah.
It's like windows and doors and stuff. And I'm like, you will break something, sir. I'm telling you right now, you will put that fly swatter right through the window. And I will not be happy when that happens. I'll be so mad.
Yes.
And it will be 9 o'clock at night because that's when he's getting his most.
We're in a flyless household though when I'm on duty. So
I don't like it.
She's gonna start hiding them. I could see it now. They're just gonna start going missing.
well, and that's now you got flies in your epoxy.
Well, no,
Yep.
we had a talk and I looked him in the face and I'm like, we're done. We're not doing it that hard anymore. It's electric. There's electricity running through that thing. You do not have to punch that fly right through the bed sheets. Like I'm telling you right now, it will kill it. Just slightly touch it. That's
No.
all. I like barely. even
You
touch
tell
the
that
thing.
fly to sit there and wait for what's coming to him at that speed. Hey, Mr. Fly,
You
don't
don't
go
get the
nowhere.
satisfaction.
No. That fly's coming. I'm like, yeah.
I don't know why you can't just go like this.
No.
It's not certain death. You don't get the joy of just, karate chopping them, apparently.
Because then some of these times I'm just sitting there minding my own business and I'm rhinestoning my cup and watching my show. At one point I got Monopoly going and I'm in the zone and all of a sudden, I'm like, jump out of my damn seat. I'm like, I just had a heart attack. Why? My stones are everywhere now.
They get stuck in the swatter sometimes and you just cook them. Yeah, you're like, ah!
I'm gonna cry.
This is for every time you flew past my face.
And he gets this twinkle in his eye when he's doing it. He's like,
Yeah.
that's what it's like to be in my house at night.
Hey, it's
Oh,
Thursday, right?
joy.
We'll be live tonight.
We will be.
All right, I'll be watching, mostly for the fly swapping action, but
I'm making
Swapping.
I have to finish
Yeah,
up. Well,
swapping.
I think I have to restart it, but I'm making Nicole a really cool cup with your rings.
Oh, you are? Which ones are you doing?
The square ones.
Oh, okay.
Squares.
Will's gonna
You
be
totally
happy.
do like an emo cup with that.
Yeah, you
Yes.
could. I want to say somebody did. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
positive, but I thought.
Checkered belt.
Yeah, the belt. Yep. I
A little
told her
Take Back
that.
Sunday quote on the top. That's gonna be my new cup.
Yep.
Knock that right out.
I want to see that. That would be really cool.
Make Jason stand over it with the fly swatter just in case. No, because then I'll get a fly swatter epoxy for my cup.
You're liking it'll be like he'll swap it and it'll go straight, demolished into the
Oh, yeah.
cup, legs everywhere.
Legs everywhere.
Yep.
But then your net will be broken. It'll be epoxied, I assume. Glitter your fly swatter. That'd be cool. Or bedazzle it.
You should rhinestone it.
You didn't like
Could be
it?
the next big thing.
You didn't seem to like that idea.
I know, I had to think about it.
Jason's the bling master.
I know.
I
I told him I want my dang cup. I said I'm not rhinestoning it, but you rhinestone. I'll trade. Make
The
me a
bag.
cup. Huh?
You did the bag.
Yeah, but that was like 2 rhinestones, and that was my max. Okay, that was like I don't even know. I think it took me. It turned out okay from distance, maybe not that close, but it was okay. That was about as far as I'm gonna go with rhinestones. I would never, nope, not a cup, not gonna happen.
What glue did you use?
I think it was the super tight, like a little red bottle. I'm pretty sure. It held up okay. None of them popped off, which I was pretty surprised by.
It holds good. I just don't like it has too long of a working time.
Too long of a working
Well, like
time?
you have to wait for it to tack up.
Like I'll be on my second row. My first row won't be dry yet, so I'll start pushing the stones around when I'm applying my second row, and then I'm going back and fixing the first row, and then I just want to throw the fucking thing. So
Yep. That's what. Nope. It worked okay for me because most of mine, like I just kind of did the corner and there was like a little teeny gap in them. So I didn't really have to push them super close. But the ones that I did, when it kept moving and I was at one point I took the bag and I put it down and I was like, nope, I'm not finishing it. Nope. And then I came back like a sucker anyway and finished it. So
Sucker, she said.
I swear rhinestones will be the death of me. They're so pretty. And I love them so much, but every time I go to sit down to like even contemplate just doing a project, I'm like, no, I don't have time for this. I can't do it. Nope.
I love it.
I feel like you kind of have to just get lost in it. Yeah, when I did actually finish the other one and stuff, I had no intention of finishing it. You know, I just was like, oh, I'm gonna just start putting these rhinestones on here and see how it goes. The next thing I know, I'm halfway done the fucking cup. But it's a few hours later, you know, just like sitting there.
Yep.
Ting.
Yep, you
I
get
get in the
lost.
zone and then I'm sucked in. But it's got to be one of those late night crafts. Like it's not like a 1 p.m. I want to make like a quick cup for a video thing. Like I'm not gonna grab my gems, but sometimes I want to.
Coffee today?
Who?
Patty.
Patty is cutting vinyl.
I need coffee.
Yeah, me too. Can you let her know? I'm just 2 hours away. It's a short distance.
I can't believe out of all the times that you've been to the warehouse, we have to settle for a virtual craft tea.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier, and I was like, I should have just drove down. We're only 2 hours away.
Who would have drove down? That's actually a funny 100%. One. Who would have drove?
100% not me. 10,000% not me. So when I say me drove down, I mean, you know, Will drive you down.
Where's Rose right now?
She's upstairs.
So she could have hung out with Alex.
See, that's what I'm saying. All right, well, I guess we got to go drive down. She missed her so much when we were at Disney. She kept asking, is Alex going to be here? Is Alex going to come? And I'm like, we're 2 hours away from them normally, and you're asking now when we're
it's so random that, like, she's at Disney and she's like, wait, I got to hang out with Alex.
Yeah, like, I cannot have fun until my best friend is here. I don't want Disney. I just need Alex here to have fun.
I love them.
They're so cute together.
Them at TumblrCon was adorable.
I'm so sad that I didn't get to see much of them. I saw like the little heads kept running by, but
it was quite the experience. So I don't know if you should just be glad that you did it. It was hard sometimes because there's 3 of them and they're 3 different little girls, especially and semi-different ages. Or no,
2 years apart for each of them, right? 2, 4.
Brooklyn and Rose are Brooklyn's older, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Rose, I keep telling everyone Rose is 6. Rose is 4.
Just 2 years
16.
off. Yeah, going on
Four,
freaking.
right?
Yeah, almost. She'll be 5 in the end of November, so close enough.
When end of November?
The 28th.
Just trying to dip in on my Kool-Aid.
On what? Your birthday's in November?
30th.
Are you kidding me? So my mom's birthday is on the 5th. My dad's is on the 12th. My brother's is on the 25th. Rose's is on the 28th. Now yours is on the 30th?
You
Not
got
now.
some-
It's been.
No.
It didn't just
I have to add this to. Nope, I gotta add this to the
37
calendar
years
next
and
too.
counting.
It'll be 37.
Yeah.
You're getting up there.
Unfortunately. I know. I'm gonna be 40, so that's I'm just
40
about at the end of
37.
my dusty old trail here. On the put me
Yup.
out to the pastures.
Yes, it is. Yup.
I'll send
It's
a
been
king
it's been
for a
time for a little
birthday
bit.
gift.
No, I'm done. I'm retiring. That's it.
Did
But
I
I'm going right to a nursing home.
did I tell you the driving story at TumblerCon with Ashley? I had been suspicious for a little
Which
while
driving story?
that Ashley
The story that I have?
no, not that one.
Yeah, that's
Ashley
true.
Did not know how to drive because I had invited you down, like, I was like, oh, like the girls will be here, come down and sleep, you could sleep over or something. And then like something
Yeah.
happened and it didn't happen. So nothing was weird about that. And then there was another time where it was like, I was like, oh, well, like, oh, Will's gonna drive her down. I was like, I don't know why I thought that was a little weird, but I'm like, maybe it's normal. And then at TumblerCon, we're waiting for them to come to dinner, and Ashley's like, yeah, I'll just have Will drop me off, and then if someone could drop me back off at the Airbnb. And finally, I'm like, Ashley, I gotta ask, do you know how to drive? She's
No,
like,
you said, do you have your license?
and
I was
her answer was my favorite because she's like, yes, I do, but I have so much anxiety, I don't want to drive. I'm like, me
I don't.
too. Will pick me up also.
I'm gonna start volunteering him as the community carpool, so he'll just start making loops, picking everybody up.
I was like, I didn't know that that was an option because I was already going to ask someone to pick me up, but I'm like, is that rude? Because I do have my license, I do have a car, like I can just drive like an adult, but I don't want to. I hate it. I don't know where I am. I also don't like driving at night. Like someone just come get me. I'm a big baby.
Yep, that's pretty much. Nope, I won't do it. I mean, I will if I have to, but no, I never really learned to drive. So my dad or my mom never taught me. And then I turned 16 and they just gave me the Kia Soul and they were like, all right. And I was like, all right. So I drove to work and I was like, well, this is cool. It's like a 10-minute drive. And I'm like, gunning it or whatever. But then shortly after that, we moved to Korea and there's no cars in Korea. You don't drive in Korea. You take the subway everywhere. So that was 2 years. And then when Will and I were
Part of
together,
her life.
Well, I knew that was coming. That's kind of why I alluded to it. I just want to throw that
Yeah.
in there. I'm a pretty good director here.
Yeah, you did.
Continue on, Ashley.
you planned it. Well, and Will, his car, it was always a stick shift. And I tried that one time, crashed into the curb. So that was my one. That was my one time I was like, yeah, it's cool. No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And then when we came back from Korea, we got another Kia Soul. And then we had our two different jobs were like 20 minutes apart. And we only had the one car. So he just dropped me off and then drove to work. So it was just always like it lined up to where I never really needed to. And now my anxiety is like, no.
Yeah. What if I get there and I have to park this thing? Like, I don't know what, I'm good. I'll say.
I think it's the directional thing for me because I am god awful with directions. So I'm so paranoid that even with the GPS, I'm just gonna anxiety out and be like, oh my God, I missed my turn and flip around and cut somebody off or something. Because I ain't redirecting. Nope. I won't do it. I'll end up on the side of the road, calling Will, be like, help, I'm stuck.
Yeah, I just won't go. I'll be like, well, I didn't make it. Because, I don't pay attention
Yep.
to my GPS sometimes. Sometimes I zone out and I'm thinking about something else, or I'm singing, or I'm
Mhm.
doing something I'm not supposed to be doing behind the wheel. And then the next thing I know, I missed my exit 3 miles ago.
Yep. See?
Or I'm in the wrong lane and I got to get all the way over to get to exit in 2 seconds.
That's the
Yep.
beauty of the GPS. You literally can't get lost. It'll just reroute.
Bet I can. I guarantee. Watch. Bet. Well, I tell you, I'm like the worst with directions. I'm not kidding. Every single person in my life will attest to this. You could put me like on the GPS where it tells you where it'll literally like when you're walking and it'll tell you, okay, walk to the left, and I'll somehow manage to get turned around and end up God knows where. I'm telling you, it's a curse.
See, Ashley knows, she gets me.
Yep.
So Korea, that must have been fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Because I was actually really surprised when you had said that night. I'm like, wait a minute, Korea.
I always just kind of like casually mention it, but because we've, traveled, I'm so used to traveling that I forget, like it was a whole nother country. It was 2 years and it was a big deal. But yeah, it was really neat. I mean, we always talk about we would love to go back there and we would love to take Rose there. And it's so neat seeing the different dynamics and how everything works there. And it's so crazy. My only downside there was that I'm such a picky eater and I don't eat seafood. So I practically lived on like the on base sandwiches on the Subway sandwiches on base or that and the like they had a bunch of baked goods stores. So, my love for baked goods traveled all the way over there.
Subway and baked goods for 2 years. That sounds like I would do that too, because I'm a picky eater and I don't do a lot of seafood.
Well, that's all they have. They have seafood, and then they have like the little side carts where they have, I'm not entirely sure what exactly it was that they were making.
Do you even know what?
Nope. 100% nope. Some of them you do not. All I know, the bulgogi was good. That was beef. So anytime that they had that was good. But apart from that, nope.
Did you have trouble communicating with people?
No, we didn't learn the language, and we didn't really honestly need to. Like, we learned a couple of the keywords, but honestly, everyone was really good about, like, they either spoke some English or knew enough to point you like in the direction that you needed. And a lot of them, like the little vendors that they had on the sides of the roads, they had like little papers and it had the English words on it. So they would just point to like what you wanted or like prices. We never really honestly needed to. And we did spend a lot of time on the base too. So there was that. But no, we never ran into a problem. The only time where it would have been nice to know the language was we were out walking, we got off the subway, and there was this man who we had later found out that he's like a regular there, pretty frequent. He was like running through, like screaming, yelling the words, like, and he'd get right up in your face. And I don't know what he was saying, but he would like get right up in your face and like do these crazy things. And we were like, what the? So it would have been nice to know what he was yelling at us, but.
Open up that translator app real quick. Could you say
I know.
on my phone?
Do it into this.
Could you one more time a little clearer?
I watch a lot of 90 Day Fiance, so they're always using the translator. I couldn't even imagine that, having to use a translator app to yell at him. Like, I can't have an argument over this translator. I gotta let you know how I feel in all English. And you
yep,
I gotta all of it.
Yep, I gotta express it. No, but it was cool. It was really neat. It was we would definitely go back there in a heartbeat, and all of the shopping there. Oh man. And it was really cool that you could literally just take the subway, get off at some random next stop, which is what we did a lot of the times, and you'd end up in this whole new town and there would be so much to do. Like, you could go check out all of these cool shops. There was the Han River that we had right next to us where you could go bike around it. And then you could just walk around it. They had like a little water park there. Latte World was another cool one. It was like their version of an amusement park, but it was indoors. So that was really cool. They had, I don't know, it was definitely one of our best times, I think. It was really neat. Yeah.
Did you say that's neat at the same time?
I think so.
Oh my God, that was so out of all the things.
It's a wavelength.
It made me forget what I was going to say next, but whatever. But that was really cool that you got to experience that. We were in Greece for like a week. That's about it.
Yeah, no, we don't go out much.
Well, you don't want to go out. I want to go everywhere. I want to do everything and I want to see things. I want to go be places. And you're like, but we could just stay home.
Wait.
And
how old was Rose when you were in Korea?
She wasn't born.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. See,
it
would have been Yeah, would have been a little different there. But to be fair,
Say my baby don't like
technically,
vacations. I'm telling you right now, my baby loves vacations. My baby loves taking
You
vacations.
send her to
She's like,
Korea right now.
send her or go with her?
Send her. You go.
Sedner.
It has to be Korea, or we could go somewhere else.
No, you're going to Korea.
Do I get to go to is it South Korea? I don't want to go to North Korea, right?
You take your baby on all of your trips with you.
I do a lot.
No.
Mm-mm.
I hate him. What, you want her to go to Mexico with me?
Yeah.
She's not invited.
Oh.
You can't stay in a
What do you
swim up.
mean?
Under 2 years old cannot. Under 13 years old can't stay in a swim up.
But I thought babies can go anywhere.
Not in a swim up room.
Alex doesn't like swim ups.
Not the people next to us probably don't like people under 13 being in the room.
Well,
So she has to stay home with you.
you tell them that they have to deal with your vacation.
I tried. I really would like to. I advocated hard for this. They were like, no. And now, it's already booked. I can't go back on it now.
How was Disney?
Hot, freaking hot. Oh my God, it was so ridiculously hot. It was really good though. Rose had a freaking blast. We managed to escape with only one major meltdown, which I thought was pretty good for the 8 days that we were there.
Did she do full days in the park?
Oh yeah, she was up with us till, for most of the nights it was like 10, 11. One night she was up with us. We did the late access. She was up till 1 a.m. She was a freaking trooper the whole damn time.
How was her and Charlie? Jen said they had so much fun.
They did. It was so cute seeing them. They had never met before, but you would have never known. You would have thought that those two were like best friends, practically grown up together. It was so funny. They met, and immediately Charlie grabs Rose's hand and they just start running around the park. They're going here. They're telling us where to go. It's so funny because Charlie is so high energy and Rose is like kind of like, more chill, a little more quiet. So they balance. Yes. Yeah. Well, they balance each other out. So Rose, I think that was the fastest I've ever seen her walk in our entire lives. Now Charlie's here and she's like, this whole time we've been in the park, she's like kind of dragging her feet and we've been pushing her in the stroller. Charlie shows up and she's like, "Pachoo!" And I'm like, what? Where's this energy? Like the last couple of days we've been here, you didn't even want to walk. Now you're running through the park.
Yup.
If we're just chopped liver or something.
We're going the end of November, so of course Jen and Charlie know that we're coming down, and Charlie keeps asking Jen, "Can I sit next to Alex? Can I sit next to Alex?" And Jen's like, "Yeah, you can definitely sit next to Alex. How about it be Mommy, Charlie, Alex. Alex is Mommy." And then she's like, "Wait, I got one better for you, right?" She goes, "Jason, Mommy, Charlie, Alex, Sarah's Mommy, Jason." And I go, "Where are we sitting at in a circle though?" And it literally took me a good 5 seconds to be like, "Oh, because both our husbands, we married Jasons. You married Jason, I married Jason."
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yep. Yeah, that threw me every time that we kept talking to Jason. I was like, wait, Jason. And then we were talking about you guys and Alex. And then I was like, this is too many Jasons. I can't. It's too many.
It's a lot of Jasons. 2 Jasons is too many.
There's a lot of Ashleys.
There is. There's way too many Ashleys. That's why I tell everybody, just start calling me Lee. There's too many Ashleys. There's too many Nicoles. I was just joking in Jen's group. There's too many of those. No, I'll just be Lee. Just call me Lee.
Well, now we got Sarah's. I've never been with Sarah's before. And TumblrCon was weird because we were still planning GACE, and obviously CCDIY was there. And then BAMF was there, and I'm also planning GACE with both of them at the same time, as well as hanging out with them. And then it's like Sarah, and I'm like, me or like someone like who? I don't know what Sarah is. Who are we talking about? And then we have someone that designs our vinyl. Guess what her name is? Sarah.
People got to start changing names. Every time Will and I talk, and I mention Sarah, he's like, "Which Sarah? Epoxy Sarah, Mica Sarah, Glitter Guy Sarah?" And I'm like, listen, so that's how we have to identify every single time.
It's a lot. You're Ashley. The other Ashley, I call her Mears. Do we have another Ashley? I don't have another Ashley, I don't think. I hope not now that I said it out loud, because then I'll offend the other Ashley. But I'm pretty sure you two are my only Ashleys. My only close Ashleys.
I think so.
Ashley's going down my list of friends in her head. She's like, "Yeah, you're good."
Yeah, I'll double check. Whenever I was growing up in school, in middle school, there was a new girl that moved in, and her name was also Ashley, spelled number one. So because I was there first and because I was the favorite, we literally called her Ashley number two. I was Ashley number one. So every time that anybody would always talk to us, it'd be, "Hey, Ashley number one or Ashley number two." And she hated it. She hated being called, rightfully so, but still it was kind of funny
Not
because we
first,
didn't
you're
get
last.
along. Yes, yeah. Well, oh my God. Well, we didn't get along right away at first. And so it was kind of like, a little bit funny for me because I thought she was kind of like a mean girl a little bit. And so I finally got chose first. So it was so funny to me that everyone kept calling her by
Luck of the
she
draw.
didn't refer to herself as that. Yep. So now anytime that there's another Ashley, I always joke, okay, but I'll be number one
Forever.
forever.
So, off topic a little bit, but back to Rose and stuff. Do you find it to be hard to work with Rose there? I mean, what is she just chilling upstairs? Is that what they do it for?
100.
4-year-old yet. She's only 2. She don't chill nowhere
Wait
by
till
herself.
wait till you
She
get to
wants
that
on my
stage.
lap
All the time.
all the time.
Yep.
Like we were on the couch both watching a movie yesterday, separate spots. She's got her water, got her snack. I'm sitting there on my phone, and we're set. And then I just hear things, right? And I look up from my phone, and she's grabbing the stuffed animal, throws it like at me, right? Grabs her blankie, throws it at me. And then she crawls across the like center console thing of the couch, kicking the cans in the cup holder and stuff. And then just so that she can do the same exact thing, but like on.
Yep. Don't worry, it doesn't change. It'll still be that way in a few years. Don't worry. Except for she'll be bigger, and then your legs are going to be tired because you got 50 pounds sitting on you.
She lets you get work done now, or she's always up your butt?
It's always something, which, it's hard to fault her for that because I wouldn't want to be upstairs by myself either, especially at her age. And she was in school last year, so that was our big thing. She was going to be in the school. She was going to be, good. That was going to work out fine. And I was going to finally have all this free time to myself. No, that did not even close. She was hardly in school because she was literally sick from when we put her in school to when we had to take her out.
Oh, that's right.
It was so it was worse because then it was, now she's sick. Now I have to take care of her. So now there's nothing, like I can't get in free time because I have to spend time with my baby. She's sick. I got to take care of her,
Yeah.
So no, that free time, poof, but it's hard. It's a really hard balance because, she's at that stage. She's older now to where she wants to be doing things and she is okay with playing by herself. But at the same time, when she asks me to play with her, it's like, it breaks my heart because I'm like, I can't. I have to go downstairs and I have to work. And I know you don't understand that. And it may seem like I'm on my phone when I'm trying to edit a video or trying to edit a tutorial. So it seems like I'm ignoring you, but I promise I'm not. I just, mommy works just like daddy does. So it's like right through the heart. It's hard
lately because she's like working. And she gives you that sad face. I'm like, I am working. Please don't do that again with your face and make me feel guilty.
She knows. Yep, they know. But yeah, it's hard, and it's only going to get harder too, unfortunately. But she's going to be in school next year, so at least that's something to look forward to.
School next year?
Yeah, she knows we're going. I might get crucified for this if she hears me upstairs, but she we were going to put her back in this year, but the teacher that she had last year, who was really good for the times that she was there, is no longer there. And she had a very small class. It was only 4 people, and it was very, she loved it. She loved being there. She loved her teacher. Well, now this year they upped it to 16 kids, and it's 2 teachers. And they literally told us when we went to go do, like when I went to take her to the walkthrough thing, they said, they'll be here, but it's not to learn. It's, they'll learn how to write their name when they get to kindergarten. So as long as they know how to stand in a line and as long as they know how to sit when they're told. And I'm like, I'm not paying you to teach my child to listen to your rules. Yeah. Like I'm not paying you $250 every week for that. That's not what, she knows how to write her name because I taught her that, and I would hope that she would continue to learn at this preschool too. You know, I'm pretty sure she's capable of sitting when she's told and standing in a line. So we were not.
Your coffee?
You.
Thank you, Patty. I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
Oh, and they got the
Patty,
crunchies.
Patty, where's mine?
There you go. Oh, Patty, and it was Korea.
It's right here.
Oh. I was telling Patty this story before we went live. But I mean, we're not live. Before
Well, yep.
it feels live.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to notice the
We're
difference.
live.
I'm so jealous.
Sorry.
All right, guess we gotta go get a coffee now.
You could be like Kirsten's episode last week. Just hop in the car, take us on the road.
Yeah, it should. Yeah,
Take us
go get a
through
coffee.
Starbucks drive-through.
Does
Is that what
Rose
she
know,
did?
When you're
She
at
didn't take us through there, but yeah, she took us around the town.
Oh,
Does
that's
Rose know
funny.
when you're
That's
at
cute.
certain places and ask for certain things? Like if Alex knows, and she knows the difference between Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, because if we're at Starbucks and she sees it, she asks for cake. If we're at Dunkin' Donuts, she asks for
100%.
donut holes.
Yep,
From a
exactly.
distance.
Rose will literally order. Huh?
She sees it from a distance. Alex, like she knows the intersection that
distance,
Dunkin'
yeah.
Donuts is at. Like you can't even see the Dunkin'.
Yep.
It's tucked in the back, but she knows at that traffic light, that's where we normally turn. So we'll be at that light and she'll be like, holes? Holes? Like,
Yep.
no.
Rose can order her own Starbucks.
Oh, 100%. She'll stick her head out the window and be like, can I get a pink lemonade or can I get a pop cake? It's so funny. And but if she knows, that's what it is, pop cake. That's what she's called it since she was like 2 years old, and we are never ever correcting it ever. So now that's what we say at the drive-thru, and I'm pretty sure they'll take a minute and they'll be like, wait.
Alex asked for whatever it is at the time. So it was the bumblebee for a little while. So
Yeah.
bumblebee, but then she
Yeah.
licks it. And
She
I'm like,
licks it like a popsicle. Yeah, weird.
bite it. So one time I bit it for her to show her that there's cake in there, and she looked
Mhm.
at it. She looked at me like offended, like, did you just bite my cake pop? And then she
Give me
just
a new one.
turned it around so she couldn't see the bite anymore and went on licking it. I'm like, my bad.
But she
Yeah.
doesn't do the. So I hope Rose has a 2-year lead on her with the politeness. So I
Mhm.
hope that Alex learns that portion of it, because when she goes to Starbucks with
Help.
us, she literally stands there and goes, "Dog, dog, cake, cake, dog, 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 cake, cake, dog, cake, dog, cake, dog."
But it's getting louder. Every time she has to say it again, she's getting just a few decimals louder until she's screaming at these ladies for a dog. And I'm like, I ordered the dog. It's called a cake pop. Move over. You're in front of the scanner. I need to put my card in there.
We're in the same shopping center that the little gym is every weekend that we go to. There's a Duck Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
So like every other weekend, I'll grab her donut from Duck Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
We'll walk in there, and this past weekend there was a lady ordering her donut, and Alex stands right next to her and looks at the pictures of the donuts and just goes, "Sprinkle donut, sprinkle donut." And I was like, "You can't order yet. This lady's ordering. Give her a second."
The register next to that one, there was no one to take the order, but there was a register set up. So she just kind of scooched down. She's like, sprinkles.
It was
She knows. Nope.
She just
Someone get
started
me
marching
sprinkles.
around going, "Donuts, donut, donut." I'm like, it's like as if she's asking, like, do they know how to make the donuts? Are they lost? Do they need help making the donuts? She just
How many more times do I gotta ask for a donut? Like I said, it should be instant.
Simple, sprinkles, not even anything crazy. Just donut me now.
Yeah, she's like, I don't think there must be some confusion, but I requested a donut and my hands are empty.
She knows nobody's gonna tell her no with that cute face. She could probably cut the line and people would be like, all right, here you go.
Oh yeah, and I get nervous about that sometimes because I'm like, don't, please order your stuff. We will be fine. Do not have to go out of your way for this little child screaming her head off about sprinkle dogs.
Wow.
She cracks me up. She's so funny.
But I really hope that someday when she continues to age, that she has the kindness that Rose has, because Rose is literally the kindest little child that I've ever met.
She really is.
She's so gentle.
Yeah, she is gentle. Yeah, she is definitely
Well,
very
she's-
gentle when she wants to be.
I was
Not to
just
me.
gonna
Not to
say
me. No.
The Planko at TumblrCon, though, is the only time I saw her come outside of herself and was like, "You're not
Oh,
following
yeah.
the rules, and I need you to start following the rules."
I think she's like daddy, huh? She follows rules, doesn't she?
Oh, 100%. Well, kind of. She will let other people follow the rules, but if she wants to bend the rules, of course, then it's okay. Like
Oh,
if
so
she's like,
you.
oh, wait, no.
She's like
Mhm.
Jason.
Is it like in Big Daddy, like playing I Win or whatever? Like how's this game work?
Oh yeah.
It's called I Win.
Yep. Yep. Freaking she's every time.
The look
she
on her
could be a
face
little
when she took all them coins from Alex when Alex was not letting her have her full turn, and they were just going back and forth, just dropping it in. Alex thought she was having the time of her life. This is great. Rose goes, I go. Rose goes, I go. And I'm like watching them, and then all of a sudden Rose like the smile just went away, and I'm like, uh-oh. And all of a sudden she's just like every time she stopped putting them in, and every time Alex put it in, she'd take it until she had all of them. And Alex is like, "You right? Come on, let's do it."
Where'd
And
they
Rose is
go?
like, "That's not how you play, Alex. I didn't get my full turn." And I'm like, "Oh, let me hold back my screaming child, because technically speaking, Rose is correct."
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Didn't get her full
I would
turn,
see
she
I miss
deserved
these
it.
little things at TumblerCon.
What was that?
It's something she definitely knows. She'll call it when she sees it, that's for sure.
She had put up with a lot of
Whenever we were at Disney. Yeah, whenever we were at Disney, so when we told Jen we were going to Disney, and Jen said, well, she told Rose, how about we bring Charlie, and you and Charlie can hang out. And Rose and Jen have such this little banter, and they're always giving each other a hard time. So, Rose is always like, Jen's not my friend. She's not my friend. And Jen goes, yes, I am. So they go back and forth. But whenever we were going, Rose says, Jen's not allowed to go to Disney. Only Charlie is going to Disney. Jen can't come. And she kept telling Jen that. So every time that they would like try and go on a ride together with the two of them, it'd be like, no, me and Charlie are going. Jen can't come.
That sass.
The two of them crack me up. Yep, she's got the sass for sure.
She's a good time.
They're so
Rose.
funny.
I'm impressed that she's just hanging out
she'll
upstairs
crack
by
you up
herself
for sure.
still, chilling.
She's doing really good. I'm sure she's probably watching a TV or a movie or something upstairs, no doubt. Would not be surprised.
Good for her. So you guys working on anything new? What do you guys got going on over there? What's anything new on the horizons? Anything fun happening? Well, something fun's always happening, but go ahead.
Always. Well, there's a lot that's new. So you saw for Nikki's box the new product.
Jason didn't see it. I
that's
forgot to
gonna be
tell him
coming
all
out.
about
He
it.
didn't
So I'm
see
like, what the? I don't know nothing about nothing new.
Because he doesn't video chat people. If
Yeah.
he video chatted his friends more often, then his friends would tell him things. And
I'm on the headset with my friends.
Ooh, did you just say Jen's not your friend?
I'm in the chat with Jen.
Well, she didn't say a thing. Go ahead, Ashley. Continue on.
I mean, I gotta go with Jason. I don't ever video chat either, so I can't fault it there. I'm bad about it. I'm always moving, so I'm always like, if I video chatted all the time that I was moving, it'd be like you'd get this like weird like double chin angle. Like, what are you even?
Get that from me a lot. I'm changing the roles on the machine, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you just see me from down there.
Well, you have to just set up like Sarah is starting to. Kirsten definitely does. I'm starting to realize have a phone mount in every room.
In every room.
I do.
So that you're just ready for your video chats that are inevitable with your friends that are going to call you on Facebook Messenger every single time. So she just goes boop and just like plucks it right in front. Every time I walk in a room, I'm like, why is there a phone mount here? And I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. Like,
well, you know how I am with text
prepared.
messaging. It's hard. It's hard for me to stop and like to just respond to someone one time is usually not what the situation calls for. It usually calls for a few back and forths, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll have time on my ride home, or once I get home, or once when Alex gets down. I'll do that because this person
Yep.
needs a few responses. It's not just one thing. And then that never happens. And then 4 days later, I'm like,
Well, yep. Now I know how to. It's hard. It's hard because you have to take the time out to go back and forth, like you were saying, and then if they need something or if you don't have that answer right away, and then you're like, oh, you know what? Let me find that out, and then I'll get back, and then it's like, ooh, whoops.
it's been 7 days. But anyways, so the item that I got to see, is that coming to your website after the thingy that it's in? I don't know. I don't want to say anything I'm not allowed to say, so I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, Nikki did a sneak peek on it, so I think it's people know that it's going to be there. But yeah, it's in the Live by Nikki box. So once she ships those out, which I think are going out this week, I'm pretty sure. Once those are out, those will be up on the website. So that's exciting. I think they're going to be really cool. Hopefully, it's since it's Halloween themed, it's enough time for everybody to utilize them for Halloween. Because I know people like the trends, like we're already almost done with Halloween. I feel like people are already starting to move on to Christmas, and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, wait till you see this because because it's a 2-part thing, right? They're 2 different parts.
Technically three.
Because the 1 part you could put that without it and put it on anything.
Yes, yeah. One. Well, so you could do
When we're
3 of them. They're all separate. Yeah,
show
them.
recording,
Yeah.
but I really want to. Ashley might have one. She might show it to you when we're done recording.
Yes, I do. Don't let me forget. I'm staring at it. I can see it out of the
You see the smile start on his face?
I keep looking at it. I'm like,
I want to see.
It's really cool.
I always
you're missing it.
Did Will make it poof? Is this a poof problem?
Yeah, he poofed it. Well, and it's really funny because this was his whenever we were at Gaze. So Nikki had mentioned the idea and she mentioned it to him. It was him. I was standing right there and she's like, do you think you could do that? And he's like, yeah, I think I can. I think I could probably make that happen. She's like, oh, okay. And then after Gaze, we were trying to get all of our orders and stuff out and we were really busy. And Nikki FaceTimes me and she's like, hey, so about that idea I had for the box. And I was like,
you do it now.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, well, we leave for Disney in 5 days. But yeah, I think, let me go tell Will. I might see sudden death, but I'll just, casually remind him about it. And so I told him, I was like, listen, you agreed to this, to have it done, not me. You agreed to it.
Poofing.
So
oh my God. And then 2 days later, I text you for 3 of them toppers for the Misfits thing.
It was like one thing after another. You messaged about that, Nikki's thing, Jen needed the little tipsies, and I kept having to go to Will, and I was like, so what capacity do you think those printers can really push? We got 5 days.
At that point, Will's an employee. Sir, this is what
Yep.
I need, and this is how many days you have to do it. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I keep telling him, I'm like, listen, if you quit, we could easily, with all of the ideas that I have that you could just make happen, we would be billionaires by now. I know it.
But he keeps his 9 to 5 and stops you from being a billionaire. We're going to talk to him.
See, somebody else needs to tell him.
You guys should just start 3D printing a house, just piece by piece.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
A big one, because we'll come
I think
live
I'm
there
onto
too.
something with that idea. If somebody's not actively doing that, there's a mistake.
They're 3D printing body parts. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Well, especially now with the accessibility of wide format 3D printers and stuff now. You can get a 3D printer the size of this desk now.
I guess, why not, right?
Affordably.
Yeah.
When I say in the realm of affordably, I mean you don't have to take a complete loan. Probably about the cost of one of our printers, our Mamaki printer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
So,
I mean, you're talking
pavement.
you can 3D print an entire chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Furniture at that point, or large pieces for larger engineered type things like cars. You can do car parts. That's where a lot of the money and stuff is in the
I wish I knew how to 3D print. I'd be doing all the things. But you know what? I probably wouldn't, because I got other things.
We all just need Will.
Yes.
We got ideas. We just need Will to execute.
Billionaire.
That's what I'm telling him. I keep telling him because we've done so much custom work just in the last couple of months, like everybody's coming up with like new ideas that they want us to do. And I'm like, listen, if you quit, like think this could be your 9 to 5 job right here, because with all the ideas that we have, with all the ideas that everybody else wants us to do, like it could happen. I'm telling you, we can make the money, but it's just that security, you know, it's not guaranteed. It's never
I was gonna
guaranteed.
ask, do you think he ever would? Or do you think he's like,
We've talked about it. His big thing is he loves doing custom work. He's perfectly fine with that. He would rather do custom work and sell designs and sell the file and have somebody else print it so that we don't have to maintain it and like, you know, try and manage all the printers, because it's a lot. Like, I don't think people realize how many failed prints that we actually go through and how many hours it actually takes to print everything. Like, there's a lot of printer maintenance that we do, the failed prints that we have to deal with and restarting those, just maintaining the printers by themselves. Like, we have 16, I think now, and he's got 2 that are still in his office that we haven't even, that he's trying to like rebuild and redo. But it's a lot. Like, it takes a lot to just maintain all those. So having him do that plus his full-time job is a lot. But we, you know, we're always constantly talking about like, what if you just quit and we went full time and, you know, see where the money's at. But for him, it's the security of it. And he, like I was saying, would rather spend the time designing it and have somebody else print it or like outsource it, you know,
makes sense,
maintain it. But we're always going back and forth. I keep telling him, I said, listen, I got 50 billion ideas. One of them is bound to freaking take off. Like with our pen chucks, when we released those, it went crazy. We were, you know, backed up for orders for 2 months. You know, we had hundreds of orders coming in a day, and that was great. But now everybody has pen chucks. And so it's like, you have to be consistent on like getting out new products, and the design work takes time, and then printing it and then getting it out there and making it known, you know, so it's a lot.
That was definitely the first thing that I noticed from you was the pen chucks, and I was obsessed. I mean, I'm still obsessed with them. You left a few here after the Misfit Makers, and I was like, yes, because mine always go missing. I have 2 good sets, and one sometimes I loan out to Lindsay because Lindsay loves them too, but she doesn't have her own set. And I'm like, you can use mine, but you have to bring all the sticks back. And then I saw you left 4 here, and I'm like, are those for me? One of them is mine now, but the other 3 I still have. I just love them.
Good. Yeah, they are really good. They're really popular. But pens, even like, it's the trends too. Like, we made the pen chucks, and then pens kind of went, and now they're like less out there, and people still do them, but they're not as popular. So it's like trying to keep up with all the new things that everybody's doing, you know, and new products for that. That's in itself a whole nother thing.
Toppers are coming back though. Toppers seem to be really hot right now.
Yep, I'm glad those are finally making a return, because I love doing toppers. I think they're so fun, and our toppers that we have make it so easy for people, because before, you know, when people were literally just like gluing stuff to the lid, oh, the heebie-jeebies from that.
That's when I taught Jason how to use UV resin. That was like almost 3 years ago now. He's like, what does one use UV resin for? And I'm like, cup toppers. And he's like you just like put it on there. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I never actually made one, but it looks like they just kind of like glue stuff to it and then like, I don't know, cover it in UV resin. Him and Brian went out, and I don't know, I don't think they bought this stuff for it. I think they just went around the warehouse looking for stuff, but there's these little like pacifier and baby bottle things like for like a baby shower you spread on a table, and you like glue them to the topper. I think we still have it somewhere for some odd reason.
Yeah, well, it was like a mixture,
it's flooded in
whatever we had. So we had like it was stuff that we had to stage photos for other products in the past.
Definitely.
Okay.
And it was just like, okay, so what do we have that's small enough to glue to a couplet, essentially? So it ended up being like some ice cubes, you know, fake ice cubes, some little miniature fucking pacifiers. It like made no sense, like at all. I think I might have dropped some like alcohol ink in it, maybe. Like, but
that's when Jason was like, they have to be using UV resin for more than this, and I'm like, I mean, I see people do like badge reels and like blanks. He's like, is anyone using this on tumblers? And I'm like, no. Mm-mm. He's like, why not? I'm like, because you can't. He's like, why can't you? And I'm like,
that's a good question.
people don't do it. I
Matters
don't know.
now.
That's a really good question, sir. I'm going to ask some
Oh,
people.
why is there nails under my lamp? The hell?
Oh,
Gross.
'cause
You're hanging out with Just Right too much.
I picked them all off during an episode of Craft Tea because I just can't help myself sometimes.
Yeah.
In my pocket.
Yeah, she's leaving pieces of herself around.
I was just, there's like a gap here. I was just nervously picking them off because that's what I do sometimes, and I stick them.
They're little gifts.
I'm the gift that keeps on giving. Ashley
Yeah,
just
you
said,
be giving, all right.
and you want Will full time. It's a lot.
That's full time.
Me and full time in the business and the personal is a lot.
She likes it when Will makes her ideas better.
You don't
does
like my
have-
ideas at all.
I just make them better.
Make me my bar so we could do that idea.
What?
The bar idea.
What bar?
Oh boy, we'll talk about it later. See, what idea?
In one ear, out the other. Mhm.
Ain't always.
We got a lot of other things going on right now.
Always.
Busy for
I feel
bars.
like it's always the case.
Never too busy for the bar.
There's so much to do.
That's how it always is. Don't
I was
remind me.
about to wind it down, but if I'm not wrong, something exciting is happening. You're teaching.
I am. Well,
that is what I kept
yeah.
meaning to ask you. You're teaching.
I am. I'm finally
excited?
teaching. There's one event that, yes, I am very excited. I made it happen. I cleared my schedule, told Will, listen, you can handle the business side. I'm going to finally teach. So there's one event that I don't think I can technically say yet because they haven't released it, but you know. But yes, so the fall away retreat I'm teaching at, that's in October of next year. And then Jan's, I'm finally teaching a class there. So I'm really excited for that. I was telling her yesterday, I'm already ordering all these crazy, fun things to do. And
Yay!
there's a new product that we're working on that's going to be completely new. Well, technically 3 new products, I guess, technically. But I've never seen anything remotely close to it. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a big game changer. I'm pretty excited. But I just can't wait to teach. I'm just excited to finally get out there and do what I love.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I don't know. Maybe it's oddly enough, maybe because we're so close that not that I've looked over you as a teacher, but that I'm like looking like, all right, where are all the teachers at? Yet I have one right in front of me. So we're definitely going to get something set up here for you.
Yeah, let's do
because
it.
you have been. When I saw that you posted you were teaching, I'm like, oh, she has been. Like you've been, doing it really well.
Well, it's hard because I've been so, with running the business, and then that puts my craft time kind of lower on the priority list because obviously I have to get the orders out. So my crafting has been put aside, but I told Will this year, I want to, I have my craft crate boxes but that's only one tutorial every month. And I make, random cups here and there, but that's all I've ever wanted to do is teach. I love teaching. That was part of my job as I was a trainer for such a long time. And, now I can bring that into the crafting world and I can teach through tutorials, but I feel like it's just so much different in person. So now I'm finally getting back out there, making a name for myself. Like before, I feel like people used to recognize my name with the tumblers that I did. And then Jess, when I first met Jess and Jerry, she asked if I did tumblers and I was like, what? Do I make them? Yes, I make. So I'm trying to get back out there, get my work known. And, because I brought a lot of techniques, I feel like, to the tumbler world. And I feel like I kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit. And so now I'm trying to bring out more new techniques. And, I've always been known to just try random ass things on whatever I can, new ideas. So I'm excited to finally get back in it.
I'm dead that they asked you if you make tumblers.
Well,
I feel like
Jess-
they're space cadets because they also. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
Just
during
ask else, right?
yeah, it was at the birthday bash. She's doing her class, and she walked by Do you know Mindy?
Minderella.
I wasn't gonna say it yet, but yeah.
Mindy Joe?
What would you say?
Mindy Joe?
Is that her name? No.
No?
Minderella on YouTube though.
Oh, yeah,
And
okay.
she walked past Mindy, a few times, and then at one point she's like, "Have you ever used Mod Podge before?" And I'm like, "Are you telling me that you asked Minderella if she's ever used Mod Podge before?"
Oh
I
my
learned
god.
everything that all my basics when I actually started to actually learn how to make tumblers came from Mindy. And,
Yeah.
it was really wild to like put the person to the YouTube after it because I met her at CultureCon too, and them too. Do you make tumblers? Do you use Mod Podge? I love them.
I was like taken aback and I was like, what? Like, yeah. Yes.
Not as many tumblers as Jason makes, but you be making them.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
still
makes
waiting
it.
for my rhinestone tumbler back there.
I'm stacked with tumblers. I got like a tumbler emporium.
You be drinking out of all your tumblers?
Nope.
Yes.
As he drinks out of the coffee cup.
Well, my tumbler actually that I have been drinking out of, I just had to rinse it out because I left lemonade in it yesterday after work, and we have a gnat problem, and the gnats wanted to be in it, so I had to rinse it out. I didn't want to pour this in my freshly rinsed out lemonade tumbler.
That's the problem with tumblers is if we put anything other than water in it, it's like, well, I forgot about, and we have so many. So it's like, well, I'll come back to that one and I'll use this nice clean one. And then I came back to that one 2 weeks later and I look at it and I'm like, oh, that don't look or smell like coffee anymore.
Yep.
And I'm not bringing my 3D tumblers nowhere.
Because they're not finished.
They just have to be epoxy.
That's not finished. That's the definition of a cup not being finished.
I need someone to make me a cup turner that's also a skyscraper.
Just say,
it's crazy that we can't find anyone to do any of that stuff.
I need the clearance. That's what somebody needs to do. Somebody needs to make a cup turner, right? Listen.
Have you seen ours?
Extends in height.
You haven't seen ours? Well, so ours is the little tiny one.
In height.
And we have it screwed down to like the wood plank. So I have the way that I have mine set up is it overhangs my desk. So it doesn't have to have a clean.
Yeah.
I could show it, but and then I don't know if you want to see all that.
You could show us after too. We're about to wrap up because I think we went about an hour anyway.
That's what I'm gonna have to do with my Dino's one then probably is like cut the base
at the bottom
bit short so that I can screw it down to have the overhang because my little dude has arms out. Like,
but it won't. But your Dino's one, it won't work unless you have support because the way that their turners are built, if you have a heavy ass cup, it's gonna tilt.
Yeah, I always have to put my hand on the back.
That's why I said I'll screw it to the table so that it can't flip. Like.
No, the turner itself won't flip, but their motors, like they're not strong enough, I guess is the best
I know
word.
What you're saying. I need the support because it'll be too much.
What about the ruler rotator? Do you have one of those?
Yes, disassembled. I think I do. I'm pretty sure.
We just got one, so that might, when that comes in, that might. By the way, we got one of those.
What did we get?
Surprise!
The ruler rotator. We needed it for the rotating. I needed it. It rotates, and someone said it's good for drip. So I'm like, well, done.
So
she asked me if we'd be turning 3D cups on it, and I said, well, to be honest with you, I have no idea what I'll be turning on it. I just want it. And she's like, I'll take that as a yes. So she put the stronger motor in it.
Oh, that's good. Maybe
we'll get your cups finished. Maybe we won't.
You have one?
I am pretty sure. Well, because we were working with Dino's a while back, and we had created the parts to change it a little bit, but then they redid something else and they went with a different design. So we disassembled it, and it's, I think, still sitting under my desk disassembled, I'm pretty sure, because we'll never put it back together.
You got your other one too, so it's like.
Yeah, I don't. That's all I use is our cup turners, pretty much, just because I can move them because they're so light. So I just literally pick them up, and I don't do that many cups anymore. So I just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have a cup turner?
Yeah, well, we don't sell ours because Will hates putting them together. But yeah, we used to. We used to sell them, and then we came out with like.
If you butter up Will, he might make you one.
Because you make a lot of 3D stuff, so you spin them on your cup turner that Will made you.
Hang on, I have it only because I
just want to know so I can copy it.
You could. I'm sure if you want to print it, I bet you he would give you the file for it because he hates making them.
My printers just collect dust.
Well, there you go.
Thing.
Isn't it cute?
It looks like a little spaceship.
Wait, what's the plug in the back look like?
Can you see it?
Is that the one that we keep losing?
Ha! That's like the one that like a PlayStation 2 runs.
Yeah, it's just the standard whatever it is.
Jason forever loses that plug because it goes to the car battery jumper charger thingy. And I'm like, if it goes to it, why is it always missing?
Because you think it.
We gotta go, Ashley. We gotta go.
I've heard these stories before. I saw on the live the other day the stuff that went missing from the dream box and then ended up somewhere else. Yeah,
it's usually on Sarah's side.
At first, I thought she was siding with me, and then I wasn't sure, and I'm still not positive because there was stuff on your side.
Yeah, it's both because I had the Reynolds.
Yeah.
My tinfoil.
Oh well.
You ready to go back to work?
I guess. What time is it? Oh yeah, we gotta go live soon. Oh, I need you to donate prizes to our prize wall.
Say no more. I was gonna ask anyway. I saw that you guys were doing it, and I was like, hopefully they put us down to donate something because I told you guys.
I said Sarah before we started. I said, "Did you source prizes?" And she said, "I'm gonna ask Ashley when we go live with her."
The problem with this sale is it's too close to Gase. So, like, I feel like we I feel like
you don't like asking favors back to back to back to back. We don't even like asking favors once, so it's like asking a couple times. It bothers me.
So why not ask Dave?
Yeah. So anyway, last minute, what do you got? What do you want to donate? We're gonna spin the wheel in 2 hours.
What do you guys want? Do you want gift cards?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Real life. All right. Well, let's wind it down and then
because we will have already given it away by the time it's airs.
We might as well wind it down and then cut the episode and then figure it out, right?
All right, let's get back to work.
And never bring the kettle to the pot.
Now, pour the tea.